Hi, this tutorial is going to take you through how to use Facebook advertising to drive traffic and test your new business or product idea. So firstly, head over to facebook.com/advertising and we'll go ahead and create an ad. So the real benefits of using Facebook advertising is that you can really narrow down your target market to their interest and educational levels. So firstly, what we'll do is, if you do choose to use a Facebook page and drive traffic, you can do that. I'd actually recommend just driving them to your URL. So let's just do an example of one of the tests I've recently done for Boucher. It's a new peer-to-peer alcohol delivery service in Brisbane. So you just pop in your URL there. Now it's actually pulling up some of the data because we do already have an existing page, but let's go here. So what happens is, it's similar to the Google ads. If you're familiar with that one, you've got to put in your headline. Again, think about your target market, think about the problems you're solving for them, and be creative with your ads. Facebook advertising, traditionally, it's very hard to sort of get the attention from these very passive social visitors on the site. So anything you can do to really capture their attention, offer something really cool or very valuable, then you're doing well. So for this one, let's sort of be creative and say let's just be alcohol delivery service. Since we don't have too many characters, let's sort of keep it like that. Now with the text, help launch Brisbane's first peer-to-peer alcohol delivery service. We need 1,000 sign-ups. So the idea of this campaign is, what we were doing is encouraging Brisbane to share it and get together and really come together and get 1,000 sign-ups. And once we were going to get 1,000 sign-ups, we were going to launch the service. So there's just a basic little one. You put your image in here. I definitely recommend keeping to the width and height there for best results. Alright, so here you choose your location. You can narrow it down to a city and include sort of miles there. So let's have a look here and let's just do an example of, say, United States. You can do it zip code 32601, Gainesville. So you can really target 12,000 people in that city. You select your ages, male, female, and this is where it gets really interesting with targeting. You can target people on their specific interests. So say people that like beer. Alright, perfect. So we're narrowing our audience down, and that's the trick with this, is to really narrow your audience down to a specific level. Now I'm going to take this one out, and actually let's go back and just do, say, Orlando. So we've got a bit of a bigger population to go with. So we've got people interested in beer, they're interested in partying, because they want an alcohol delivery service. These people are more or less go out a bit, they're probably having a bit of a party at home, and they need someone to come and drop off some alcohol because they're too drunk or don't have a car to get their own alcohol. So again, trying to get into the minds of your consumer. These are the sort of interest levels that you've got to be popping in here. You can actually choose broad categories as well. So down here we can have a look at and say interests, beer, wine, spirits. That's another good one to put in here. The idea is to try and get this audience down a little bit more, so it is very targeted. So what we might do now is have a look at some advanced targeting, so you can actually target just people in college. So let's target people in college now, and there we go. We've got 5,000 people in the Orlando area between the ages of 18 and 36 that like beer, party, and who are interested in the category of beer, wine, and spirits. That's pretty targeted. I'd be pretty happy to push some advertising to this audience. There are other options you can do, like target people on their workplace. So if you are targeting sort of people from IBM or something like that, relationship status as well. So here we go, new campaign, new test campaign. You select your budget. Again, probably $20 budget per day is a good one to test with. Sometimes when you do have a big audience, that budget can go very quickly, so I don't want you spending too much money if it is just the test. And here, since we are directing them to a website, we can choose whether we want to go cost per click or cost per 1,000 impressions. For those just beginning, cost per click is probably the safer bet. So then you're only paying 55 cents per every click that people do. If you do think you've got a very targeted campaign, you can choose cost per 1,000 impressions. So that can actually prove to be extremely profitable and actually result in like 5-cent clicks if you do have a strong targeted campaign. And once you get the hang of these things, this is what I'd be recommending. With a previous case study, I got the cost per clicks down to something like 5 cents as opposed to 55 cents, just because the campaign was targeted. My click-through rate was really strong. Anyway, let's just do cost per click for now. Review the ad. Just give it a couple of seconds here. Alright, so we'll review the ad. Yeah, that looks good. Like I said, probably change the logo a little bit, or the little image that you're using, and place order. Now I'm not going to place the order because this is just a test, but here it is. That's basically it. Sometimes the ads get approved reasonably quickly. Sometimes when you have alcohol and beer in the keywords and you're a new account, then there is a bit of a delay of a couple of hours, but that's pretty it. Once you do launch, make sure you keep an eye on the Google, the advertising statistics, just so you're not blowing too much of your budget. And yeah, that's it for now. Until next time.